Wow, thank you guys for being here. We are so excited to be with you tonight. We got some cool stuff ahead of us here. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of do a reader's theater of different scenes from the different books in our perspective series. We're going to start with The Maze of Bones, which I wrote, the first in the original 39 Clues series. Just to set up this scene, the Cahill family is spread out all over the world, but for this event, they've all come together at the family mansion for the reading of Grace Cahill's will. And there are some strange surprises that are going to be in store for them. I'm going to be reading a narrator's part, and I will play Grace Cahill. James will be a narrator. Jude will be Mr. McIntyre. Gordon will be Eisenhower Holt and the narrator. And Brandon will be the narrator. The Great Hall was as big as a basketball court, with tons of armor and swords lining the walls, and huge windows that looked like Batman would crash through them at any minute.
William McIntyre stood at a table in front with a projector screen behind him, while everybody else filed into rows of seats. There were about 40 people in all, including the Holts and the Cabras and Aunt Beatrice.
Mr. McIntyre raised his hand for quiet. Come on, guys, get into it. He slipped a document from a brown leather folder, adjusted his bifocals, and began to read.
I, Grace Cahill, being of sound mind and body, do hereby divide my entire estate among those who accept the challenge and those who do not.
Whoa! What challenge? What's she mean?
I'm getting to that, sir. You have been chosen as the most likely to succeed in the greatest, most perilous undertaking of all time. A quest of vital importance to the Cahill family and the world at large.
40 people started talking at once, asking questions and demanding answers. Perilous undertaking? Cousin Ingrid shouted. What is she talking about? I thought this was about money, Uncle Jose yelled. A quest? Who does she think we are? We're Cahills, not adventurers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you will direct your attention to the screen, perhaps Madam Cahill can explain things better than I.
Dan's heart did a flip-flop. What was Mr. McIntyre talking about? Then a projector on the ceiling hummed to life. The shouting in the room died down as Grace's image flickered on the screen. She was sitting up in bed with Saladin on her lap. She looked healthier than the last time Dan had seen her. The video must have been made months ago, before her cancer got bad.
Dan got a lump in his throat. He had a crazy urge to call to her, Grace, it's me, it's Dan. But of course it was just an image. He looked at Amy and saw a tear trickling down the base of her nose.
Fellow Cahills, if you're watching this, it means I am dead, and I have decided to use my alternate will. No doubt you are arguing amongst yourselves and giving poor Mr. McIntyre a hard time about the contest I have instituted. You always were a stubborn bunch. For once, close your mouths and listen.
Hey, wait just a gosh darn minute here. Eisenhower Holt protested, but his wife shushed him.
I assure you, this contest is no trick. It is deadly serious business. Most of you know you belong to the Cahill family, but many of you may not realize just how important our family is. I tell you, the Cahills have had a greater impact on human civilization than any other family in history.
More confused shouting broke out. Irina Spassky stood up and yelled, Silence! I wish to hear.
My relatives, you stand on the brink of our greatest challenge. If you accept, you shall be given the first of 39 clues. These clues will lead you to a secret, which, should you find it, will make you the most powerful, influential human beings on the planet. I now beg you all to listen to Mr. McIntyre, Allow him to explain the rules. Think long and hard before you make your choice. I'm counting on you all. Good luck and goodbye.